Greetings, everyone. I'm EpikTek, and this is EpikTek, episode 18. Welcome back. Hey, we're going to dive right into things. I've got it all prepared and ready to go. A couple of quick things to note. I have put a drawer controller in here so that I don't have to figure out which drawer. We put one upstairs. You can go back and watch the whole thing about that. I did have to put a compact drawer here because I had one. It didn't have to be compact. Oh, no. It did have to be No, it didn't. No, that didn't work. See, I have this solar thing, right? See how it says solar panel dark, but it's actually light outside. Yeah, I put the compact drawer there, hoping that some light would get through, but it doesn't. So, yeah. Anyway, that was there to connect this section and this section to the drawer controller. But that's really the only purpose it has. So that's all. I just wanted to point that out. And we're going to be using that drawer controller in a little while, but I'll show you that trick later. Let's see. So the very first thing I want to do is the absolute best item in all of Applied Energistics 2. That's right. I know. Am I overselling this? You bet I am. Because, check this out. So there's lots of different kinds of terminals. Okay. The one we've got right now that I'm looking at right here is the ME terminal. Very basic kind. There's also a fluid terminal because we're using extra cells. And there's a pattern terminal, which we'll get into later. And there's an interface terminal, which we'll get into later. And the crafting terminal. And this is nothing but a regular terminal, plus a calculation processor, plus a crafting table. Very simple. And as it happens to be, I have prepared a calculation processor ahead of time. And we can very quickly grab a... do I have a crafting table that I want to use? Honestly, well, look at that. I forgot that I had one all ready to go right there. I don't need to take this one. We'll use this for something else. But I will use this crescent hammer and grab our terminal, because we won't need that anymore. All I have to do is put that right in here, and I get myself a crafting terminal. Ooh. And we get pretty fireworks. Oh boy. Okay. And we're going to stick that right there. It looks just like a normal terminal, but it's got a crafting table inside of it. And you're all like, what's that? Whatever. The awesome thing about this is if you need to make something, you can stick it in there. And when you grab one out, it just takes another set out. Like that. See? It just grabbed 3 more and stuck it there. And so I can really quickly do stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't even have to grab this out of here and put it here. I can actually hit... By the way, this is a little trick. You know how if we hit R right over this, like if I open up this and I hit R on my keyboard, if it hit R now, it will bring up all the things that will create paper. Okay? And if I hit U, it'll show us all the things you can do with paper. Okay, that's exciting. Unfortunately, that does not work in here. If I hit R in here, it starts searching. And it'll search for everything that has RR in it, which is nothing right now. If I hold Control R, if I hit Control R, then I get this. Just remember that. Hold down the Control key and R or Control U, and it will bring this up as expected. So if I hit Control R right now, and I hold down the Shift key while I hit this question mark, it's actually going to grab items out of our terminal and load them into the crafting terminal. And it doesn't matter how many items you have in here. It's going to find all the stuff you need. And if you've got it, it will put it in this crafting terminal. And then you can just grab it out of there. Now, I don't want to waste all my sugarcane on paper right now, but trust me, it's awesome. As a matter of fact, I had prepared another thing here. We're not going to do it in here. Why would we do it in there? We're going to do it over here. I'm going to throw this iron and this pure fluix in there, because the next thing we're going to work on is a way to turn... See how we've got 9 charged Certus quartz? Well, pretty soon we are going to need more of these, because we're going to need more fluix. And the only way to get more fluix is to use charged Certus quartz. So I got 162 regular. Well, we got to find a way to actually charge this. Well, as it turns out, there is a charger. Oh, that's not how you spell charger. Right there. This is called a charger. And if I click on that, I don't need to hit R. I can just click on it. It's going to show me that with 5 iron ingots and a couple of fluics, by the way, pure fluics is a little cheaper. So, like, it only takes, or you get 2 of those. If you get 2 of those per Certus quartz, so that's, or per fluix, so you can turn, oh, good grief. You can turn 2 fluix crystals into 1 pure fluix crystal, so we're going to want to use pure fluix crystals. So I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to hit question mark, and it's going to load those in there out of our interface. Yay! And then I just grab the charger. Oh, crafting just got so much easier. Yes, it did. I'm excited about that. Also, we are going to automate the Inscriber today. I showed you, did I show you last time? I probably should have rewatched my last video to remind me, but if I didn't, then I'll show you really quickly right now. You can stick a hopper on the side here, and it will load that, load things from the hopper directly into this space. Okay? If you stick a hopper on the top, it will load things into this space. If there was any way to put a hopper on the bottom, which there isn't, but you can use pipes, and we're going to be doing that in a little bit, to attach to the bottom of this guy, you can pump things into the bottom, and then pumping out from any of the sides, you can pull out of here. So while you can only put, if you remember in the last video, you can only put 1 of each item in here. And once it's used up, then it waits for another item. So it's a lot of manual. A lot of manual I don't like. So we're going to stop doing that. I'm going to throw this in here. We're going to hook this charger up. Let's put it here for now. And then later on we will move that, I'm sure. And let's look around. I think what we need to do... Yeah, it's time. It is time. We're going to use an ender pearl. And so let me grab, we don't have a whole lot of these, but we've got enough. As a matter of fact, let's see if we've got any upstairs. Haven't looked in a while. Go check the trap. Actually, let's sleep. I don't like darkness. There we go. And this is going great, by the way. We've got lots of string, lots of rotten flesh, basically useless, but actually, did I show you this? I don't know if I showed you this or not. This is cool. Oh, where is it? What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Oh, okay, well. A drying rack, which apparently I don't have here. It must be downstairs somewhere. If you put this in a drying rack, it'll make monster jerky. It's kind of fun. All right, an ender pearl. That's nice. Okay. And how are we doing on this? Nice. Okay. And let's sit downstairs. We'll go this way. I think we just got some more bones. All right. So, what am I looking for? Oh, all right, iron. Oh, by the way, you can access these from the back, which is really handy. So we'll just go ahead and, if you shift right click, you get 1 item. And in this case, I need 1. And I believe, not that one. If I do this, let's hope I remember this correctly, otherwise I'm wasting a pearl. It should give me a pulsating iron. All right. And if I put this in here, I'm going to get 9 pulsating iron nuggets. Well, that's handy. And yeah, so I'm going to just throw those in there for now because I know I'm going to need them in a second. And then somewhere around here we have conduit binder, right? Yep, there it is. And we're going to throw that in there as well. And then we're going to search for item conduits. Item conduits are amazing for automation. I love these things. This is probably my favorite thing about Ender.io. It's probably also about the 3rd time I've said that it's my favorite thing, or that something is my favorite thing. Let's grab a chest. And let's see. I think for now, let's automate this charger, because here's the thing about the charger. If I want charged Certus quartz crystals, I put one in there, and then you watch that. Oh, did you see it? So now it says contains charged Certus quartz crystal. And if I right click, it'll pull it out. And if I right click again, it'll put one in. Oh, that was instantaneous. And then I'll right click again, and this one's taking a little longer. And it's a random number. Okay, now I've got another one. Now I could stand there and do that all day long, couldn't I? No, thank you. Especially when I can do this. I'm going to put an item conduit between these two. Okay. And these have these little arrows on them. And then they have these flat part on here. And this is important to notice. If I right click here, nothing happens. If I right click there, it starts giving me information about what can and can't work. If I right click on the plate up here, I get this interface. Now I can actually say, oops, let's break this. There we go. And I can actually grab a few of these. I don't want to do too many. 16. And I'm going to throw these in here. Now right now nothing's happening. It's sitting there. And this little arrow here is green. And this one's green and pointing up. If I right click on this guy, I'm going to say I don't want it to extract, I want it to insert. Okay? And still, there it is sitting there. This one says extract, but it also says active with signal. If I click that, now it's active without a signal, and it's going to start grabbing these out of here. So it grabbed one, and it stuck it in there, and, oh, well, okay, so now I've got one in there. And if I grab that out, oh, it does another one. Grabs that, it sticks another one in there, and it will do that. That's a little faster. That's about halfway there. But wouldn't it be nice if we could get it to pull it back out when it was done? Ooh, that'd be great. Okay, let's do that. So what we need to do is we don't want it just inserting. We want it to both insert and extract. Okay, so on insert mode, extract mode, we don't need a signal there. Okay, and then this one needs to be, this one needs to do the same thing. Okay, also with that. Now, right now, it's randomly pulling things. Wow, that actually worked. I was going to show how that doesn't work, but it actually works. I guess it can't put a charged one in there. And apparently it can't pull an uncharged one out. Well, that's handy. I was going to do a whole bunch of stuff with filters and... Gosh, that was super simple. I'm not going to even bother. We're done. That's done. Yep, that whole build is done. That was super simple. So it just basically is going to pull them out when they're done, stick them up there, and pretty soon we'll have a whole bunch of charged crystals. Cool. Well, that was easy. All right, done with that. Okay, now time to automate the inscriber. And how do I want to do this? I think we're going to need a little more room. There are a dozen different ways to automate this thing. I have done it with putting hoppers on top and then hoppers on the side, and then putting pipes on the back and pipes on the bottom, and kind of half manual, half automated, and all sorts of different things. This time I'm going to do it right. And the right way to do this is to make yourself 5 inscribers, one for each silicon press, one for each inscriber press, and then one to kind of collect them and put them together. So let's make ourselves 5 of these guys. We're going to need a bunch of iron, a bunch of pure fluix, a bunch of sticky pistons, and let's see, what sticky pistons are going to require some wood and iron and cobblestone. Okay, let's do this again. Click. And, oh, yes, and slime. Hey, we got a bunch of slime upstairs. That's great. Okay, so we're going to need that, but we need some actual, like, wood planks. So let's do... Oh, I didn't mean to do that many, but that's okay. That'll work. So So we'll just do this. And then we need, so we're going to do 5 of these. We have 1. We need, so that means we need 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love that. Okay, so now we can toss that back in there. I'm going to run up and get some slime. Okay, when I said run, I meant run. There we go. Grab, yeah, stack would be good. Do. And, yep. One of those, and one of those, and then shift-click gives us a stack 8. Cool. And shift-click, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We now have 5 inscribers. All right. So I'm thinking that we can do... We need power. So let's get some more conduit. We're going to need more conduit. Can we make more conduit? No, of course not. Let's see. We need conductive iron. Iron and redstone. That's not a problem. We're going to need 3 of those. Do that really quick. All right. We'll come back to that. So for now, we're just going to kind of come out this way. And let's do this. I know, I'm thinking too much. I should have planned this out ahead of time. I don't believe in planning ahead. It's boring. Do it like that. Yeah, why not? We're going to need access to the bottom. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just do that real quick, and just for now, because we're going to need to be able to access the outside or the configuration. Throw that in there, and hey, oh, that one here. There we go. All right, so we should be able to connect like that. Okay. Now, I haven't really shown a whole lot of Ender IO, I don't think. Certainly haven't shown item pipes like this, or item ducts. You know, I'm going to need a lot more than that. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to need more. Because I need to go to the tops as well. Yep. Okay. How many pearls we got left? Okay, we can do it. I'm gonna grab one more. Oh, wait a minute. One of the great things about item conduits is that you only use the nuggets. So, actually, I've got 16 more. I'm good. Okay. So, we're going to connect like this. Now, right about now, you're thinking, all right, how is he going to connect? How is he going to connect to these sides? Is he going to go around the front? No! Why would I go around the front when we can connect right to the back? That's right. You can, in Ender IO, you can actually have, I think it's 5 different types of connectors in the same space. It's so awesome. Yeah, so you can do power and items, obviously we're already doing, and you can also do liquids, as well as redstone, as well as a special kind of ME cable, but that ME cable can't connect to things. It can just transfer ME, so you still have to, it's not quite as awesome. It's still awesome. It's very awesome, but not as awesome. Partially awesome. I don't know what you want to call it. I need wood for chest. Okay, there. Chest. And yes. And we're going to stick this for now. Let's stick this. No, can't put it there. Oh, I can put it here. Put it there. Why not? That sounds good. All right. Now, we got a whole lot of configuration to do. The very first thing we're going to do, and the reason that it's best to make 5 of these, is pulling the inscribers in and out It's doable. It's not fun. So we're going to put the silicon... let's do... Let's see. There's an order I like to do these. So this one is the first one. And then the calculation. And then the engineering. Because that is gold. And then pure Certus and diamonds go into this one. And then the silicon goes into that one. And then the last one chomps them all together. Okay. And then, let's see, the bottom, I just realized I went a little overkill on the bottom. That's not necessary. Okay, hang on. Stop it. Oh, good grief. Okay, the boots are sometimes annoying. Okay, just want to get down here. I don't actually need it, because when you're doing this one, and this one, and this one, you only need the bottom on one of these. I wasn't thinking. That's what you get for not preparing ahead of time. All right, so that's good. And then I don't need this one. And then... well, I'll fill this all in later because we really don't need anything except for that very last one. Okay. So, oh, you know what? Man, I'm being super silly because I don't need the top ones either. Why weren't you guys telling me this? All right, I'm going to get rid of the top ones on these and that one. Okay. Because the top ones have the presses already, the bottom ones aren't used for that type, because when you're doing these, you just put, like, you know, silicon press there and the silicon. This is already filled. This isn't filled at all, so we just need a way to pull out and a way to put in the silicon. And same thing with all these four. It's only this one where we need the top, the bottom, and the back as well. So let's do this, and I don't want that. Oh yeah, that's right. Right click and disabled. See? Cool, huh? Okay. And then we do need the top on that one. All right. Now we can start programming. So let's start at this end. At this end, we're going to right click and we're going to set this into in and out mode. This is where we actually need to start using some filters. Okay, so we're going to make some filters. Filters are made like so. This is the filter we want, basic item filter. It's just paper and a hopper. And we don't have enough paper. Remember how I said that I didn't need more paper? I need more paper. There we go. So, and now I need more hoppers. Because I'm going to need... how many am I going to need? I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 filters. Yes? Yes. 7 filters. Which means I need a whole bunch more of these guys. Which means I need a whole bunch more chests. Alright, let's do that. Let's just make a bunch. I always need chests. Alright, click, click, click. And I need 6 more of those. Oh, all my iron's gone. And how many more of these can I make? 5. 6. I'm going to be short one. Okay, well, I'll make one more later. We'll skip some of these. Actually, I'm running out of time, so I should probably hurry up. So, this right here is going to need to also be in in-out mode, but it's just going to pull and push whatever it wants. This one is going to insert only gold. So we need a piece of gold. Apparently I got 2. So we're going to go ahead and put in this one filter. We're going to put in 1 gold. So it can insert gold. And it can pull out whatever it wants without a signal. And the reason I'm doing that is because it can't pull out, I think, anything in the wrong slots, we'll find out. So in theory, if I throw one piece of gold in here, actually come to think of it, I'll throw one piece of gold in there, pulls it out, sticks it in there, and it should make, hooray, a printed logic circuit, which it then puts back in here. Hooray for automation. Yay. Okay, so now down here, we're going to do the same thing with silicon. So, oh, nope, not extract. Extract anything you want. Insert only silicon, wherever I can find silicon. Silicon, where are you? Do we not have any silicon? I think we have no silicon. Well, you know what? There's a simple solution for that. We throw this in here. Wah, wah, wah. We have 2 silicon. Hooray. All right, so this one will insert silicon. Oop. It will insert silicon and extract anything it wants. So if I throw a piece of silicon in here, it should wind up in there and make that, pull it back out, and stick it over there. Awesome. Now, this one's a little more complex because we need redstone in the middle, we need silicon on top, and we need the other thing on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do in out, extract anything you want, insert, need this filter. You can insert, which one are we on? We're on the top. So you're going to insert the, hey, where's that going? Oh, yeah, okay, come on, give me that. Because we turned everything on, but we didn't put in the filter. And that's why you put in a filter. So now it should, no. So we need this one, we actually need a filter on the extract as well. So we're going to go ahead and put in a filter on there. And for now, let's just put that in there so it'll stop doing that. So now it should stick it in there and not... Oh. This does not need to be in and out mode. Pull this out. This one needs to be in insert mode. By the way, it keeps that, which is always nice. Okay. We're okay. I thought it was extracting from here. It doesn't. That's not a problem. Okay. And this one does need to be in and out mode. The bottom one needs to be in insert mode. It needs this. It needs that. And then we're also going to put in the calculation and engineering circuits as well, so that it can put in any one of those 3. And then the very last thing is right here. It does need to be in and out mode. And we're going to need redstone there. So now, in theory, if we do this, it'll put all 3 in there and not pull them out until they're done. And then that should pull out, but it didn't because redstone signal. All right. And there it is. We have a logic processor that was made completely through automation. Cool, huh? Anyone? Cool? Is it cool? Yes, I am starving. It's okay. I'm waiting for, like, it's a feast. So, okay. So, yeah. So I'll do the other 2, because that's all there is to that. But let's go ahead and try one more, make sure this whole system works. We need a piece of gold, we need a piece of silicon, and we need a piece of redstone. And if we throw all 3 of those in there, we should fairly quickly, we're waiting. Is it doing anything? What did it do? Why is it not getting redstone? Did I forget to? Yeah, okay, that's cool. It should be in out mode. Did it just do it now? Okay, let's do it again. I know I've got a bunch of these, but it's okay. Oh, I don't have any more silicon. You know what? We'll do it like next time. I'm going to finish this up between episodes. It's basically rinse and repeat on these two, and then it's adding those two to the filter down there. And then you end up with a completely working system, which is just awesome. And all you have to do is throw your materials into that chest, and you get yourself processors, which is a big part of... Hang on, let me grab those out of there. Which is a big part of the Applied Energistics system, and getting into all the other kinds of automation, etc., etc. Yeah. And that's... automation is probably where we're going to go next time, because automation is awesome. I know, I think I've said that a couple of times. I'm really looking forward. This is when the game gets interesting to me, is when we start getting into this kind of automation. So that's enough for now. We're way over time, so I think it's about time to wrap up. I was going to spend some time automating the big reactor, but I think that's going to have to wait till next time. So, or eventually. It doesn't have to be right away. I think we're doing fine anyway. So, that's it. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me on EpikTek.